I've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 differences between the Expanse book and the TV show.
Would you like me to tell you the real story?
For this list, we're looking at the changes between the on-screen adaptation and the James S. A. Corey novels. If you aren't caught up on the series, beware of spoilers ahead. Is there a difference you picked up on that we haven't mentioned? Drop us a comment below and let us know what else has changed. Number 10. Change in tone.
Thank you.
While the cheeky dialogue and laid-back passages of the Corey novels can make them feel relatively easygoing and breezy, the TV show is noticeably darker. You only have to look at the Season 5 finale Nemesis games to see just how intense the show can get. The action gets dark, heavy, and creepy in a way that the novels never were. But showrunner Narain Shankar's choice to take darker turns makes the story feel weightier. And by changing the tone, readers might be surprised at where the series will go next.
You wait until you see our next run, Lieutenant. The skies will be crying just to please us.
We applaud Shankar for leading this bold change in the story's tone. Number 9. Avasarala's introduction.
Amma, do you have to go?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry. There's someone I need to talk to.
Christian Avasarala is one of the show's most iconic and well-loved characters. So it might surprise big fans of the TV version to learn that she's not at the beginning of the book. She's actually introduced in the second novel, Caliban's War.
The UN is trying to kill us. If Mars throws us both in prison, that's an improvement.
On screen, she's portrayed by Shore Agdashlu from the very first episode. The change allowed audiences to grow to love Avasarala's legendary abrasive ways right from the start.
I'm sorry the gravity of a real planet hurts, but it's appropriate. You wish to hurt Earth. The Earth that is now crushing your weak belter lungs.
It also allowed for ideas from Caliban's War to be incorporated within the first season of the show, like the Earth politics storyline. Overall, bringing Avasarala in early was a great move. Number 8. Elvie's crush on Holden.
Good, you're both here. I have bad news.
Dr. Elvie Okoye is a pretty similar character in both book and TV form, but there's one key difference between the two representations. In the Cibola Byrne novel, she's shown to have a crush on Rocinante captain James Holden. But in the corresponding episodes of the TV show, this is nowhere to be seen.
I think you knew this was going to happen, and you know more than you're telling me.
Many fans feel like this was an acceptable plotline to have dropped. The crush in the novel is unreciprocated, goes nowhere, and ultimately made little impact on the plot. Cutting this in the adaptation process made complete sense.
Are you kidding? First scientists ever to study a whole new biome. We're making history.
Maybe you will.
Number 7. Avasarala's swearing.
How are you feeling?
I hate space.
In the books, Avasarala is beloved for her infamous potty mouth. But in the first season of the show, her language wasn't nearly as foul as lovers of the novels would have been expecting.
I don't mean to make you afraid, madam.
Have I given you the impression that I'm afraid?
The main reason she cut back on the profanity was their network. During Season 1, Sci-Fi's rules limited the amount of harsh language that could be dropped. As a result, Avasarala feels a little more restrained in Season 1. Fortunately, Sci-Fi relaxed their regulations ahead of Season 2. This allowed Avasarala to swear as much as she wanted again. She just isn't Avasarala if she doesn't have the vocabulary of a 1940s sailor.
I don't give a shit who he is with. I want you to pull Commander Lipson out of that meeting right now.
Number 6. Zero gravity. The Corey novels are big on scientific accuracy. As such, there are a lot of scenes that take place in a zero-gravity setting. But that isn't the case on the TV show. Zero-gravity scenes are much less frequent. At the end of the day, that's down to budget and practicality.
Please help me. Somebody come and get me.
Shooting just one scene with actors floating in mid-air around the set is difficult enough. Making the majority of the series in such a way would have been far too impractical and expensive. Plus, it makes it feel all the more exciting and special when we are treated to a zero-G scene.
Just went behind the clouds to hide.
Number 5. Missing characters on screen. As you might expect from a multi-novel series, there are lots of characters in the book. With budgets and time constraints being what they are, there's only room for so many.
Disappointed?
By so many things.
Narain Shankar and his team decided to remove a few minor characters from the screen that weren't crucial. In other cases, elements of their storylines are given to other characters. For example, a character named Michio Pa is cut from the TV adaptations. Her plot lines can still be seen throughout Kamina Drummer's story.
That's what you get when you dance with the devil.
We've both done that before. You know, I've got your back.
Damn, I bet I'm your captain.
It's a shame to lose a few of these characters. However, there's only so many you can fit into a show before it begins to feel cluttered. Number 4. Action on series.
Ceres was once covered in ice. Enough water for 1,000 generations. Until Earth and Mars stripped it away for themselves.
Fans of the novels may have noticed that the action on Ceres Station is noticeably more high-octane on the screen than it is in Corey's text. This trend is particularly noticeable in a scene in the Rock Bottom episode, where Detective Miller is thrown into an airlock. The sequence feels far more intense than it did in the book, and as an added change, instead of Miller getting thrown into the airlock with a stranger, he goes into it alone. The way the scene was shot raised the stakes and made this episode unforgettable. Number 3. Alex's demise. Sometimes, as a showrunner, your hand is forced into making certain creative decisions. That's exactly why Alex was written off the show in Season 5's finale Nemesis Games.
Alex, reply. Do you read me? Alex!
The character actually doesn't die in the corresponding novel, but Cass Anvar, who plays him on screen, had been faced with numerous allegations of misconduct. The production decided it would be best to remove him from the series by making the character suffer a stroke and pass away.
It was a stroke. It's a risk we all take with every heartburn.
Choosing to remove one of the show's most beloved characters rather than recast was a risky decision. However, it was unquestionably the right thing to do to make sure everyone felt comfortable on set. Number 2. The Belter Creole.
I'm Edison Dawes. You wanted to talk?
Corey's novels feature language spoken by the Belter people known as the Belter Code. However, it was never really established as official and was used inconsistently across different books. The creative team decided to take the extra step to hire linguist and polyglot Nick Farmer to develop it into a bona fide language. He created over 1,000 potential words for the actors to use and memorize.
You just can't stop giving me advice, can you?
I'm trying to help you.
Farmer's work incorporated elements of at least 16 real languages. The comprehensive communication system he built made the Belter people feel incredibly tangible and fleshed out on screen. He did such a good job that the novel writers now actively encourage fans to learn Farmer's version of the language.
I can't believe I didn't see it before.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Holden's backstory.
This doesn't seem to be bothering you. Why is that?
Every TV show needs its hero, but the Jim Holden scene in the novels is so idealistic and moralistic at times that he almost feels too perfect. Thankfully, the show's team gave him a killer and complex backstory to explain his motives.
5 fathers, 3 mothers.
Me, yeah.
8 parents, 1 child.
Yes.
On a 22-acre farm in Montana. North American trade zone, very expensive to maintain. You were a tax break?
That's not the way they saw it.
Unlike the books, Holden was a genetic experiment born into a family of anti-government radicals in Montana. This background helped add motive and drive to his actions on screen. Since he was raised to be a fully fledged freedom fighter, he feels more well-rounded, three-dimensional, and compelling to watch.
When did you get so wise, Cap? I'll take it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.